My theme for this week is from the power of Satan to God. Wow. If you're saved, you've been delivered from the power of Satan into the hands of God. Acts 26:18, to open their eyes in order to turn them from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God. So our job is to introduce people to the light. In the very beginning, if you read the book of Genesis, which I'm sure you have, the whole world was in darkness. Darkness covered the face of the earth. Genesis says, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. Then the voice of God thundered those magnificent words, "Let there be light." And there was light. And immediately the darkness fled and the light came. Thousands of years later, century 21, multitudes, billions are still walking in darkness and need to hear the same God who said, "Let there be light," to turn them from darkness to light. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4, whose minds the God of this age has blinded, who do not believe, lest the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine on them. Satan has blinded the minds of unbelievers so they don't believe the gospel. No one in their right mind would not give their lives to Christ and have their names written in heaven. The only reason they don't do it is their minds have been blinded by the power of Satan. That's why we've got to pray against the spirit of blindness in people's lives, that God would open their eyes to see the truth of salvation in Jesus. Tony Campolo is in Hawaii for a Christian conference many years ago. With a time difference, he wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So went to a coffee shop for food. And then there's this fat guy, that's the way he puts it, behind the counter who served him. And suddenly, 3 a.m. in the morning, the doors open. And 8 to 9 prostitutes walked in. Tony was ready to make a quick exit when one of the prostitutes said it was her birthday the next day. She's going to be 39. Then she said no one was interested in doing anything. And the prostitute said, "I don't want anything from you. Why should I have a birthday? I've never had one my entire life. 39 years without a birthday." When Tony Campolo heard those words, he made a decision. He found out that she came to the same place every night, pretty much the same time. So he said to the fat guy behind the counter, "How about we throw a birthday party for her tomorrow?" He agreed, saying no one ever did a kind thing for her. So next day at 2:30 a.m., Tony decorated the place with a big sign saying, "Happy birthday, Agnes." The word got out, and the place was packed with prostitutes. 3:30 a.m., Agnes walked in, and everyone sang happy birthday. She was stunned, she was shaken, her mouth fell open, and she was soon sobbing. She was overwhelmed, and in time she took the cake home. After she left, Tony said, "What say we pray together?" Of course, he had everyone's attention by then, and they all listened, and he prayed. He prayed with all the prostitutes who were present. He prayed for Agnes, prayed for her salvation, and no doubt shared Christ in some way to all those prostitutes. It's our job to turn people from darkness to the light. They won't find it in their own ability, but God has given us the Great Commission. Go into all the world, like Tony, preach the gospel.